We should respect the tranquility of others. When we are not the ones making the noise, we should not worry. God knows. It is better when we are the ones causing the noise. We must be careful not to disturb others. If we do not want to pray, we should at least not interfere with the prayers of others. If you realized how damaging noise can be to a person who is praying, you would be very careful not to disrupt her. Not being disruptive is a personal obligation, and one that greatly assists the community. If one does not feel that obligation and carry it out wholeheartedly, with love, the outcome will not be good. We do not carry out the obligation of quietude as if we are fulfilling a requirement out of self-discipline. When we maintain quiet as if it were a self-discipline, we feel tense and think, now I must walk this way so that I will not disturb. Now I must not walk as freely as I would like to. The point is to be mindful of others who are praying, to do it willingly and with joy because the other person is communicating with God. There is a big difference between these two attitudes. Whenever we do something with our hearts, we feel joy, and it is also good for us. When we feel the need to respect the other person because he is praying, we are left with a sense of awe. When we have respect for others, we also have respect for ourselves. We do not put ourselves first. Philorimo replaces self-love. We should put ourselves in the other person's place and always think, if I were in her situation, how would I want others to treat me? If I were tired, if I were praying, would I want people to bang doors like that? And you put yourself in another person's shoes, things look different. In the past, life in the Konobirik monasteries was so beautiful. There was such peace. We had a clock that struck every quarter of an hour to remind us to say the Jesus prayer. And we became distracted or forgot that it was time. The clock would remind us. It really helped a lot. When the fathers were saying the Jesus prayer, there was such peace and quiet inside the monastery. There were 60 fathers in my Koenobium on the holy mountain, but it was as if there was only one hesychast. We all had the Jesus prayer in our minds and hearts or in our mouth. When we were in church, a few of us chanted, and the rest prayed mentally. It was the same with the different monastic chores and duties we had to carry out. There was stillness and quiet everywhere. No one was loud. There was no shouting. We all did our assigned work without making noise. We moved about quietly like sheep. One could always see monks move silently from one place to another. It is different today. They have put aside a specific time for each thing. A time for chores, a time for quiet, a time for curfew. In the past, we worked based on the assignments we had. Everyone had his assigned work, and that's what he did. If we want the holy solitude and sweet stillness of the blessed desert to help us become peaceful, to help us get rid of our passions and come closer to God, we must develop true love and respect for it. We must be vigilant so as not to adjust the holy desert to our passions. This would be great impiety, like going on a pilgrimage to holy Golgotha with a bouzouki.